Hi, I'm Matt Frost from ARB. Having done a 6-month trip around Australia many years ago and suffering with a dodgy old metal esky with a lid that kept falling off, I've come to decide that a car fridge would have to be one of the best accessories you could ever put in the back of a 4-wheel drive. But like anything you buy for a 4B, it's really important that you choose a refrigerator that's really been designed for off-road use. First up, one of the things you need to do is have a look at the overall construction of the refrigerator. Without a doubt, steel is one of the best materials that you can use for the construction of the cabinet. It'll really withstand the many, many years of hard treatment that off-roading will put on a fridge. At the same time though, make sure you don't buy a fridge that's too heavy. You're going to be getting this thing in and out of the car on a regular basis, so the last thing you want is something that takes 2 or 3 people to lift. So the best fridges on the market will use a steel cabinet, but they'll use injection molded lids and bases to cut down on the weight. And a refrigerator like this is really easy for one person to manage. Make sure that the fridge has really durable steel carry handles. That way they serve as an ideal point to tie the fridge down in the back of your vehicle. And watch out for the handles that protrude out from the cabinet of the refrigerator. These have a real tendency to flex over time, which can put a lot of stress on the cabinet itself. It's really important that the lid is easy to take off the refrigerator. In a lot of vehicles like this one, you'll find that height will be an issue with actually opening and shutting the lid, particularly if you want to get the basket in and out of the refrigerator. So make sure that the lid can be easily removed, but at the same time, don't buy a refrigerator with a lid that has a tendency to fall off through opening and closing. You want something with a really positive locking mechanism so you can get it on and off easily when you need to. When choosing a fridge, it's important you get something that meets your food storage requirements, but doesn't take up too much room in the vehicle. Some of the better fridges on the market optimise internal space by making use of this area above the fridge motor, which makes a great spot for storing dairy products. Alternatively, you can flip the basket around and make full use of the entire width of the fridge. And of course, an internal LED light that switches off automatically when the lid is closed comes in really handy. Now, on the subject of packing the fridge, it doesn't matter how well you do it, sooner or later, with endless corrugations, you're going to break some eggs or split your milk cartons. So it's really important that you buy a refrigerator that's easy to clean out. Look for a refrigerator that has the evaporator integrated to the inside of the cabinet so that nothing can get caught up in between the evaporator and the cabinet itself. And ideally, the fridge will have a drain plug in the bottom. This will allow you just to grab a hose pipe and just hose the whole thing out in case you get spillage in there. Now, to maintain optimum efficiency within the refrigerator, it's really important that it has a really good quality seal and that you've got a really decent latch on the refrigerator to positively compress the seal and keep that refrigerator really, really well sealed. Make sure that the temperature controls are really easy to get to, so you're not leaning over the back of the refrigerator to reach the temperature control. And most importantly, it's vital that the temperature controls are protected from moving luggage and so forth in the vehicle. Otherwise, what might end up happening is your luggage might fall onto the refrigerator and actually adjust the temperature inadvertently. So make sure those controls are nicely tucked away. Finally, make sure that your refrigerator has a comprehensive warranty with it, but even more importantly, that the manufacturer has really good after-sales service so that if you're out on a trip and your refrigerator has a problem, you can get it fixed as quickly as possible. The last thing you want is those stubbies staying warm for too long.